And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pete Nathan Podcast. What a game it was yesterday against Dallas, 28-23. Kind of like how I predicted. I predicted 28-27. It was 28-23. It came down to the wire. Man, my heart was racing. You know, my heart was going in and out, in and out, in and out. You know, I couldn't breathe, dude. I was like, are we gonna lose this game? And check it out. So I follow Discord from Bell and the Birdman, right? Like they're a podcast. So I follow their Discord, and those guys, some of them have the game a little too early than me. And they were like, oh, we're losing. We lost the game. I was like, oh, shit, don't tell me that. And then I was like, oh, we won. And I went after those guys. I was like, y'all need to shut the F up, dude. Well, that said, Rakshak, welcome to the show, man.
Namaskar. Welcome, Rakshak from NFL Masala here. Thank you so much, Pete, for allowing me to talk about the only thing that matters this week. That is Eagles football, man. We got a dub. It was not pretty, but I will take it. Oh,
I would take it too.
As our MVP QB would say, a win is a win. Yep, we got the win.
And he did say he would do anything for Philadelphia. So I was touched by that statement, you know.
That's my quarterback.
We got a real one, man. We got a real one as quarterback. Dak is not a real one. He proved that like yesterday. You know, he didn't come through in the clutch moments. And he said, pour honey on me. And guess what? The Eagles just dunked him like a honey mustard on a fucking like you dunk chicken tenders on honey mustard. You know what I'm saying?
Or even better,
and they ate that shit. So guess what? Dak, don't be making that kind of comments no more.
Even better, even taking like some chunks of samosa, dipping it on all those flavor type of chutney.
Oh yeah. You know, that's the chutney is the green one and the brown one. Yeah. So yeah, man. And AJ Brown, like, you know, he did his thing, like, you know, 66 yards for a touchdown, but most importantly, the fastest Eagle to get to 1,000 yards. So I mean, this is impressive. None of the Eagle receivers, not even T.O. has done this. So it's very impressive. Only bad thing, Rakshak, I hate seeing it is the injury to Dallas Goedert. I want to kill the guy who did it.
Safety Marquise Bell.
Is it Marquise Bell?
I think it was Marquise Bell.
Yeah, the way he tackled him was just, I don't know. It was just wrong, dude. Like, you know, it was a brutal injury. And Rakshak knows a little bit of MMA. He wants to mess the guy up. So
no. I'm not like that. And plus, like the funny thing is, like my Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor, he's actually a Cowboys fan. I don't know if he's tuning in or not, but I think like with that, we could see like Dallas Goedert was trying to stiff arm. I get that part, but then like going into the ground and contact, I was like, damn, he's not going to return. And then we hear that it's a fracture, and he's probably going to be on IR. But luckily, it's not season ending because we need him. And I think, like, if I'm going to be honest, the tight end situation is not that. It's not that like exciting because we have Jack Stoll, Grant Calcaterra, Albert. Oh, we actually had some sightings in the game, but we did. Then again, like since Goddard's going to be on IR, and I know we signed like a practice tight end like EJ Jenkins or something like that. Yeah. But then again, you can always we can always try and rely and pick up someone on the free agency, like heck, Dan Arnold, Cam Brate. Or even better, get Rob
Gronkowski.
Not Rob Gronkowski. I'm talking about the
put in a call for Rob Gronkowski.
Richard Rodgers.
Oh, Dick Rod. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He
has. I mean, where is Richard Rodgers nowadays? Is he a free agent?
I think he's a free agent.
Yeah.
But I think it's because
we can look that up.
Yeah, but I think like I think it's like because of age and the less productivity that he's had. That's probably why no one has picked up the phone for him yet.
Actually, and then Tyree Jackson is in the Giants practice squad. So if that's another guy, if you want to bring in, you can bring in. But I like Dick Rod, man. I like Richard Rodgers got the experience. Kind of a plug and play type of guy right now because he's got
Yeah.
the experience and he knows how to get open and all that stuff. So he will be useful. Dan Arnold's the same deal. So I mean, this is just a 4-week hold off. You know what I mean? Like till Goddard comes back, because it's not like the trade deadline also just passed, so we can't
Yeah.
do a whole lot there. So I mean, we can only hope Arizona Cardinals are dumb enough to cut Zach Ertz, then we can pick him up. But that's the only hope, you know what I mean? And that's just hope. So,
Yeah.
but I think this team got enough talented players to get the job done. Eagles, they win regardless of whatever it is. 8-1. So let's get into it. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 23, 207 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both of those touchdowns came in around the red zone area. One to Devontae Smith and another one to AJ Brown. I think Jalen Hurts played a good game. He just played a solid game. He did get sacked a few times, but he didn't give any interceptions like he has in the past. And I think we're seeing a more improving Jalen Hurts right now in front of our
100%.
eyes. And also the offense is picking up, especially in the red zone. Brian Johnson's offense is actually coming alive right now. So that's encouraging to see. Only thing that's not encouraging is Jalen's getting banged up. I'm a little worried about it. Please talk me out of it, Rakshak.
Yeah, I think like first of all, like again, if I think Jalen Hurts, I'm gonna for like I've seen comparisons with like Joe Burrow being called like Joey Ice or something like that. We got a real Iceman right here, and his name is Jalen freaking Hurts. The way that he played this game with a bruised knee, taking all these hits, and he was like crouching down the second quarter. I'm like, oh God, I hope he's okay. He comes back stronger, and my God, you can't say anything wrong about him. His mental toughness, and the most impressive thing, you said it correctly. He did not commit any mistakes. My hope throughout the game was that the Eagles offense did not turn over the ball. Of course, we had some scares with Jalen Hurts, like getting hit and fumbling it, but he was able to recover his own fumble, being there at the right time. Yeah. This offense was working. We drove when we needed to. We executed the brotherly shove when we needed to. We passed the ball when we needed to. We ran the ball
when we needed to.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
And like all of this predicated by like the way that Brian Johnson was calling these plays. If I was a teacher, I would have given him an A+ from the first half, from the big start of the first half until the last 3 drives. I would have the last 3 Eagles offensive drives. I was like, what kind of play calling was that? But my God, I gotta ask you this. Did you have Kenneth Gainwell scoring a touchdown on your 2023 Eagles bingo card?
Not every game, every now and then, but no. He's not a guy. I mean, they seem to like him a lot, right? The Eagles locker room, the Eagles coaching staff, they go to bat for him. And Kenny Gainwell, like, he's a good player. He's just like every now and then he'll make a boneheaded move and like fumble the ball or not do his assignments. But other than that, I think it's a solid player, which is why they don't want to start Rashad Penny yet. I think they have a plan for Rashad Penny. We did see him for like 2 carries. After that, they just put him in the bench. We could have used him towards the end of the game when you needed those yards.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's the kind of player he is. Just let him go, punch it in. But Dallas also knew our game plan, so they were trying to stop the run and get the ball back. So they get paid too. So,
100%.
So it's tough. They played well. Dallas didn't put Micah on the edge a lot. They put him on the inside, and they were rotating him a lot. So as a more like an off the ball linebacker instead of on the ball linebacker, because if you put him on the ball, you know what Lane Johnson's going to do to his ass. So they knew that coming in, and they shifted things around. But I think our personnel also did what they had to win the game and not get exposed by their defense. right?
100%. And I think like one of the things that I saw a lot during the game, I don't know if any Eagles fans recognize it, but we got to see some motion being introduced in the offense, especially like when you had AJ Brown and Devontae Smith coming in like from different play to different play. That was like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that a lot of consistency except for this kind of game. It's like the Eagles are trying to figure out like, okay, when do you think we should use it? We can use it against this type of defense that we see. Jalen Hurts making these audibles. And of course, I mean, it was a well-rounded passing game overall. And again, skinny Batman, swole Batman, that's a given touchdown.
Both of them got touchdowns.
Yeah. And I mean, Devontae Smith, I think like when I saw that Devontae Smith touchdown the third quarter, I'm like, that looked way too familiar. And then I had side by side, I'm at an Eagles bar watching this game. And I'm like, where have I seen this play before? I typed it up. I think that was like the same I don't think that's the same exact route that it was Jalen Hurts in the very first game against the Atlanta Falcons.
It was similar.
It was similar. He throws a
the first touch. You talking about the first touchdown to Devontae
that first
Smith,
touchdown
right?
to Devontae Smith. It looked so familiar. I'm like, why is this the same thing? And then apparently I was like, oh, it's kind of like what Tua did back in college to Devontae Smith. Same fade route, throw it in the corner. That is where he excels. And I was watching this game over Mr. Pick Six Deron Bland. That got me so hyped. And I was, and the funny part is like when I was at the bar and I was like saw this game, I'm like, so Deron Bland. No, when it comes to the child Deron Bland, Devontae Smith, you are the father.
Hey, let's hope that's the case when we play him in Dallas, man.
The entire game when we saw like our offense like killing these kinds of things. But
right on.
Happy with this.
So offense did their thing. Defense, on the other hand, didn't.
We gotta talk about that.
The ball. I was getting a little PTSD from Jonathan Gannon defense. They didn't rush the passer with more than 5. A lot, like it was like what in the teens or less, the percentage wise.
It was very very low.
It was very low, right?
Yeah.
It was like 13% or something like that, right? Like
it was like less than. I think it was like less than 10% tops. And
was it less than 10%? Oh man,
I think it was like 10%, but but it's I mean, I understand what Sean Desai had to work with, especially when you know that Dallas is going to attack that weakness, especially in the slot game. When when they're running cover 2 shell or nickel package, I'm like, it's not going to work because they're going to do a lot of motion. They're going to put CeeDee Lamb in the slot. And I mean, God bless Eli Ricks and Sidney Brown for trying to play in the slot, but you know you're going to get beat. And unlike every team that we saw so far, except for a few teams, the tight end Jake Ferguson was used a lot. I mean, he was had the second most receiving targets. Jake Ferguson, 7 for 91. CeeDee Lamb literally killed our secondary. 11 catches for 190. He almost had 200. He almost like touching 200 yards. But I mean, like
he had over 200 yards. No, about 179 yards or something, right? 191 yards. 191 yards. No touchdowns though, but 191 yards, and Jake Ferguson with 91 yards. So let's talk about our defense. What they gave up to Dak. Dak was 29 of 44, 374 yards and 3 touchdowns. Some of those touchdowns could have been cut down, but because of the coverage deficiencies that we had, that's just how it drew it up that day. That's what happens when you don't have players in your back end, especially in the nickel position. When you don't have a guy like Maddox, that's what happens. When you don't have guys who are starting caliber safeties.
Bradley Roby.
Yeah, and Bradley Roby could have done a decent job, but he didn't play either. So, it's tough. But right now, try to go getting a guy is also hard. So you just gotta hope you do the best with what you have. Kevin Byard doesn't seem like the player that we thought we got. Hopefully, he improves.
I think he's still like learning that playbook because
he's probably still learning. That's my bet too. He's probably still learning it. And he is accepting accountability when Josina Anderson like interviewed him, I think either yesterday or today. He said, we got to get it together. We got to do a better job.
Yeah.
So that's kind of leadership that you need. But I'm kind of waiting for Justin Evans to get back, man, because he at least had some speed to covering some of these tight ends and receivers out of the slot. So if he can get back, and if Bradley Roby can get back, I think you can like match him up a little decent. But the Eagles gonna have to know that's not gonna be easy, because a lot of teams are gonna go. That's where they're gonna go. They're gonna go with the tight end, and they're gonna go with the slot receiver.
Exactly, because one of our biggest weaknesses that most of like some of the team, like a majority of the team, our opponents, they've been attacking that middle of the field area, especially when you're playing cover two. Just because you have two safeties, like on the out, like a free and a strong safety, trying to cover these zones, you're leaving a lot of space in the middle, and that's when like a lot of people, you see crossers, you see slants, and the tight ends. I mean, Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow, both of them have been playing pretty well.
Yeah,
but the one thing that they're not that good with is coverage. And honestly, when you're seeing tight ends like attack the areas, like, yeah, that's probably like a given first down. Right. And I honestly, and I hope that especially in the slot area, if they're able to get like Bradley Roby back, especially for these types of plays, it's
going to help out a lot more.
It's going to help. You don't need to rely too much on Eli Riggs. Put him like, if you need like an extra corner for the outside, let Riggs do his thing and be that dog. Even if Sidney Brown, like, definitely he'll be developing, but but then again, like,
this is just growing pains of a rookie,
It's growing pains.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to tip my hat to Dak Prescott. He played a great game. And he did what he needed to do to exploit that defense, and the way that Dak was escaping out of pressures, getting those long passes, and those and even targeting the middle of the field. That scramble drill. That is what the Eagles need to focus. That's one of the big issues that the Eagles need to focus on. How to deal with scramble drills. I understand that Jalen Hurts is like, is limited at the moment, but Eagles defense, you gotta focus. It's basically playing disciplined football and being well aware of what the situation is calling. Situational awareness.
Yeah, I think that's what that is. Yeah, situational football, situational awareness. One thing the Eagles Eagles defense have going for them is their defensive line, right? The defensive line is always the saving grace. They did come to at the right time. BG got the sacks, and Hassan Reddick even got a sack, right? Or two.
Reddick got a sack. Brandon Graham got that crucial. I think he had like some crucial sacks.
Yeah, back to back too. Back to back good plays on deck. Brandon Graham proved everybody, like, I still got it. Don't doubt me. I might be the old dog, but I'm still good. And he's the guy who made the Super Bowl play, man. If it wasn't for Brandon Graham, we don't have a ring. So let me just tell you that. Because we played well in that Super Bowl, but Tom Brady could have came and scored, and it could have been different. It could have been another 28-3 type of situation, but we had the right coach, the right quarterback, the right team, and the right defense that day. Even though we gave 500 yards. So end of the day, it's going to come down to one play, and if this team can do that, that's all you need, really.
And it goes back to the big thing. Just even though even though we're giving up more than 500 yards and all that stuff, the biggest thing is when you're in that situational awareness in the second half, what does that defense do? Lock down, play tight. And especially in those final drives, when we needed the defense to deliver, they actually did it. And they held them to, if you look at the Cowboys stats, one of their biggest issues was that red zone offense. And the Cowboys were like 26th in red zone efficiency entering into this game. They were 3 for 5. And they were 3 for 5. And of course, Reed Blankenship causing with a great tackle on Luke Schoonmaker to prevent a touchdown and of course with a technicality that you're like wherever the knee is down, even if the ball is attempting to cross the plane, it's still down. and
Right.
and the other one like being and of course Dak Prescott trying to go for two. Brandon Graham knowing when the situation called for it, the Eagles
Oh yeah.
are able to play at their best. And there was one, and I thought like when I was watching some of the press conferences, one thing really amazed me. After Darius Slay went back and he tried to come back in, he told the coach, like I think he told one of the coaches, "Yo, put me on Lamb. I want to get him." He
Mhm.
lined, and I think in one of the final plays, he lined up as a slot corner,
Yeah.
going up against CD Lamb, and I think we were able to get a favorable matchup in this case. Play
We
to the
were, yeah,
strengths.
because he wasn't as open as he was before when he was covered by Ricks.
Yeah.
So, which is why Dak didn't throw him that ball that he threw into Jalen Tolbert, if you remember,
Oh yeah, he got like
that Bradbury
he
broken up,
won the
right?
play
Because if
when you need
Jalen
him.
Tolbert makes that play, they march down the field, score a touchdown. Man,
100%.
it's a different game we're talking about. We're probably bitching about this game today. So,
Yeah, probably.
like,
We're still upset about this game because it could have gone better.
that's
I mean,
true, man. I mean, like
yeah,
sometimes I feel like we spoiled, 8-1. I mean, when has 8-1 seasons been our thing back to back? This is the second season in a row
yeah,
that we've had 8-1. I mean, I can't remember the last time this was the case.
yeah.
Like
I honestly don't. Yeah, I think it was like shoot. All I remember was like
McNabb era, probably,
the
right?
12-4. Every time we would go freaking 12-4, I'm like, God, can we get like an extra win or something, or like a 13-3, and then go to Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thankful for the McNabb era because that's basically put us on the map of a relevant team. So I will always be thankful for Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb for and like the defense, Brian Dawkins, all of those guys,
Mr. Weapons
because
X.
they put us on the map. Before that, Philadelphia was just a laughing stock. I mean, this team almost moved to Arizona in the 80s. So, yeah, the Norman Brayman
Buddy
was
Ryan.
trying to sell the team to Arizona. So I mean, good thing we didn't become the Arizona Eagles, and we stayed in Philly. And Jeffrey Lurie has got this team to a good point, and he knows how to hire good coaches, good general managers. I mean, obviously how he's been doing this thing. This team always fights for what where they need to be at. So like especially with a guy like Jalen Hurts, as a quarterback, like you always got a shot now. So with that said, let's talk about the gauntlet coming up after the bye. I mean, this bye also came at a crucial time because a lot of guys are getting injured. Even Jalen was a little banged up yesterday. I'm worried about his knee a little bit. Um, I'm I'm worried about not having Dallas Goedert for like 4 games, especially going through this gauntlet because he can't come back till the Seahawks game, right?
Yeah,
Because the bye doesn't count. So that means
that's
he's out for four
unfortunate.
games.
So yeah,
Yeah, so like hopefully we can pick up. So let me go to
or
the
the other
roster
tight
real
end
quick.
step up. That's I think, or if the other tight end step up. That's what I mean. It's a next man up mentality. We've had that in 2019. It should not be that any different. But then again, it is the gauntlet.
You mean
Things can
2017?
no, even 28, no, 20, the 2019 season where like almost half of our wide receiver group was gone, and Carson Wentz had to lead a bunch of practice squad guys to
Oh,
even
to the playoffs, yeah, with
yeah,
Greg Ward and them, yeah.
Greg Ward, Deontay Burnett, Boston, and we got the first sighting of Boston Scott, who would become the
Boston
Giant
Scott,
killer.
yeah. Because Boston Scott, I think he was a practice squad
He was a
player at the
practice
time,
squad
and then he
guy.
got elevated. Yeah.
It was a yeah.
So I mean, if looking at our practice squad, right? We did sign EJ Jenkins. I don't know if they have any faith in him to move up, but one guy you can trust right now is you can see what you have in Alberto.
Mm-hmm.
But if Grant Calcaterra can come back and play,
Yeah,
that's another pass catching tight end that you have. Jack Stoll is your your white tight end, just blocking tight end. Um, but um, but yeah, and Grant has a little bit of chemistry with Jalen going back to Oklahoma days, I think.
yeah.
So they
Before he
played
transferred to
together for a little bit.
OU,
Right,
yeah.
right, right. So yeah, I mean that's basically where it's at. But this is why it's good to have a Julio Jones. Now Julio Jones becomes kind of like a Dallas Goedert. He becomes more of that blocking wide receiver. That I think they will utilize him a little differently.
100%.
And yeah, man. I mean, what are your thoughts on if are we gonna sign a tight end, or are we? What do you think that what do you think they should do?
I honestly would like, I mean, to be honest, I would go with an experienced tight end. I'm not sure. I mean, if Albert O is able to step up, I'll be very happy with what we have. But I mean, for now, I would go with a tight end that kind of knows like what our offensive playbook is. And hey, if Richard Rodgers is available, I'd go grab him. But if not, I'd go with either Cam Brate or who was the other? Wait, or Dan Arnold, because Dan Arnold was with us for some time, and I think that'd be your best bet.
Is Dan Arnold available?
I mean, like that's what I heard.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent, so if he's ready to play and pending physical and all that, then I don't see why not. But then again, like the biggest thing that we need is for Dallas Goedert to stay healthy, even after those 4 or 5 games, like 4 or 5 games that he'll be missing. And once he's recovered, we need him specifically for the playoffs. And that's where I believe his value is going to count a lot more. I mean, regular season is important, but when we need him the most, and especially in the playoffs, Dallas Goedert needs to be on that field healthy.
100%. Yeah, this is what happens when, as the season goes. So we just have to figure out what you can do. You have to like tweak your offense. One good thing, you do have a bye before you play Kansas City. So that's going to help you out a lot. And I think Jalen plays this game tough, like he always plays Kansas City really well, even going back to 2021. Even when we couldn't figure out how to run the RPO and not get penalties, because that I think I just rewatched that game like a few weeks back, and like, man, we had so many penalties in that game. Like, we would score and then it'll be taken back.
Penalty, like death taxes and penalties, man.
Yeah, that year was like, and then I think they figured it out now, so they have a better chance. With that said, let's go back to
let's see the gauntlet, man. We got to talk about it.
So the gauntlet. Let me pull this up.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second. Pull up. So Eagles. We're gonna have some special guests showing up to the podcast for the gauntlet. So let me share this real quick.
You okay?
All right. Okay, cool. So here it is. So
all right,
we got the Chiefs Monday night game. So that means you got an extra day along with the bye. So which is good news.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be in Chiefs Kingdom. This is gonna be a tough game for the Eagles, I think.
Yeah.
Even though Patrick Mahomes is not playing good, like this is around the time they pick it up usually, right?
They always find ways to win. I mean, look at the Miami game that they played recently in Frankfurt, Germany. The Dolphins were unable to put up points until the late second half, and unfortunately, some bad decision making by Tua, especially Tua Tagovailoa in the late quarters when it mattered the most, and Tyreek Hill fumbling it. I mean, you just don't do that. Like, you'll give these Chiefs opportunities and they'll take it away immediately. It's going to be a very tough game. Of course, Hurts is going to do his best to ball out, but I think this would be one of the games that we lose. And I would say, like, hey, I kind of saw this coming and I wouldn't mind. I won't complain about it. Unlike that Jets game, where I was like, what the hell were we doing that game?
Especially when Aaron Rodgers is not there. You know what I mean? So,
but hey, if the Eagles surprise us and gets us a dominant win over the Chiefs, I'd be like, oh, okay.
That changes a lot of things.
That'll change everything.
That'll change everything. Yeah.
I mean, we do have the personnel to beat the Chiefs, but the decision making, the play calling, the way that it's being manipulated in the field.
Yeah, the refs.
I mean, not just the refs though, but it's like you're playing in Arrowhead. You're playing at the field in Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know what the new name is, but you're playing at their home, which is like
Arrowhead, yeah.
Yeah, and like the noise level, the fans, they will go
The
freaking
loudest
wild.
stadium in the NFL.
Well, the
Yeah.
loudest, yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, loudest stadium, and it's like you got to know how to work with the silent count. This is going to be a very tough game, and I honestly don't see the Eagles winning this game. So
Right.
that's 0-1 for me.
0-1. Okay. I think I would say 0-1 too. I don't see us winning this game. The next game is the Bills. This is the second Kelly Green game.
Bills and
We're not losing in Kelly Green. So
no, we're not.
This
But
is gonna be an ass whooping. If we lose against the Chiefs, Jalen's gonna be mad, and this is gonna be ass whooping. And we're gonna have a Bills fan here, so I'm a clown.
that's pretty dope. But honestly, I'm I'm very shocked at what's happening with the Bills.
Yeah,
Especially the last couple of games. I think they've lost like 3 or 4 in a row. No,
they have. I mean, they lost yesterday against the
They
Bengals.
lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Bengals, and I don't get this offense. It's has to do with their offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey and the decision making by Josh Allen. And I mean, like, I think there was a quote that Rex Ryan said today on Get Up. He said, like, it's all about the players, not the plays. Players make the plays.
Players make plays.
Hell, you got to get that run game. If I'm the Bills, you have to get that run game going and then feed the ball to Diggs. I get that you want to distribute, but you cannot be playing catch up. The Eagles have knew their mistakes way early in advance and like, okay, now we're playing this thing. Hell, if AJ Brown's roasting you and we're going to do that, we're going to keep on feeding it to him. Give him like 200, 300. And
did the Bills just sign a running back? Didn't they sign
they got Rasul Douglas. They got Rasul Douglas, corner from Green Bay for
Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, but they also signed Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, they did sign Leonard.
He wasn't active yesterday, but like,
I don't know what. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, man.
But
I mean,
honestly, if this is where the Bills' weakness is at at the moment, we get this win. We immediately get this win, and hell, I think we eliminated Super Bowl
contender. And then the talk about Josh Allen being a lead and Jalen not that's all gonna go away after this game, I think.
And I'm gonna say this honestly, I have a brutal take on this one, or brutal beat the dome. I don't like the way the Bills are using Josh Allen too much. I get it that he's very mobile. I get it that he can run, but honestly, with the way that I'm seeing and him making all these poor mistakes and all that,
they're going to run him to the ground.
No, I think, they're going to burn him to the ground like Cam Newton. I don't like that.
Yeah. And you know what? Josh Allen's actually missing Brian Daboll. Because when he was there, he was a lot better quarterback.
So much simpler.
Oh, yeah. So Brian Daboll probably needs to go back, leave New York after this year, maybe. So he probably will be let go.
It's a fire sale already in New York.
It's a fire sale already. So
and Daniel Jones it's confirmed out, torn ACL. He's out for the year.
Yeah, he's out for the year. So they're gonna go with who's the
Tyrod Taylor or Tommy DeVito.
So,
I'm like, is that Danny DeVito's cousin or is he someone related to?
Is they call him Danny DeVito?
No, his actual name is Tommy DeVito.
Oh, Tyrod Taylor's name is Tommy DeVito?
Oh, no. Tyrod Taylor, that's now their starting QB, and then their backup is Tommy DeVito. He's the third string QB.
Okay.
If Daniel Jones was like healthy. But
okay. So
I mean, if I was a Giants, I would have deactivated Daniel Jones for the rest of the thing. Just save him with that neck injury, then let Tyrod Taylor play out. But
yeah, I mean, Tyrod Taylor's a better quarterback anyway. So
yeah. Okay.
Next game, man, 49ers. So we're gonna have a special guest for that also.
Again, Chase Young. Does he not learn?
So Chase Young is the 49ers. They're getting all juiced up with their defensive line, but their defensive coordinator is not what they've had in the years past. So
bend but don't break. He's
a bend but don't break type of guy. So that's why the Eagles get the win here.
Yeah, they get
also.
This win.
The 49ers, I think they're gonna get Debo back, and
they'll get Debo and Trent Williams back. But
Trent Williams
think
back.
like on the other side,
Ayuk's been killing it for them. So he's been good.
Ayuk has been great.
What's his name? Kittle's been pretty good. So I think they'll give us a good fight. But it's in Philly, so most likely we win. Right.
And I'm gonna give a note to the 49ers. If you're facing against Hassan Reddick, Try not to use a third string tight end to block him. You saw what happened to your QB Brock Purdy. Note to remember.
Just
If you still
saying. That's
remember.
all. Right. And then we got the Cowboys. So now this game, I really want us to beat them in Dallas.
Yeah.
It might not happen. Things might not go our way. So this might be a loss, but the Eagles have good chance to win against the Cowboys. They match up really well. Cowboys also in our division, so they also know us really well. Dak plays really well in Dallas against us. So I'm giving the Cowboys a win for this one.
Yeah, I can
What
see
about
that.
you?
I can definitely see that they split the series, but I hope we get the sweep.
Me too. I hope we
I
get the
hope
sweep.
for the sweep, but it's most likely going to be a split.
It's gonna be a split. And then they got the last gauntlet game, which is against the Seahawks. This is in Seattle. The last time the Eagles, I'm gonna keep saying this till we actually beat this team. So the last time we won against Seattle was in 2008. George Bush was the president. Seneca Wallace was the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, and Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook and Andy Reid was still on the team. So that ever since then, we've had 3 coaches. Okay, we've had Chip Kelly, Doug Peterson, now our 3rd coach. So this is a game that we gotta win. The only reason we win this game, okay, the only reason is Jalen Hurts. He's the only reason why we even have a chance against the Seahawks in this game. Um, to be honest, the guys that played the Seahawks throughout the stretch from 2009 or 2011 to the present has been Vince Young, right? Mark Sanchez,
Oh
and
God.
Carson Wentz, who can't get it right against the Seahawks. Even in the Super Bowl year, we lost against them. So I'm giving Jalen's the only guy. I'm giving him the chance to win. Like so this could be a win. If not, it could be a potential loss too. So Rakshak, what are your thoughts?
I think the Eagles can win this game because of Geno Smith. You target Geno Smith, he turns into a pumpkin.
Right.
Or no, or as Brandon Lee Gowton of SB Nation with Bleeding Green Nation, home for the Philadelphia Eagles, SB Nation. If you're able to target a QB like Kirk Cousins or Geno Smith in this case, they'll play like a headless chicken. And honestly, if you want to see a way on how you attack Geno Smith on that offense, look at what the Ravens did. They bullied them. They brought the blitz. They brought the pressure. They had their defense playing lights out.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that Sean Desai has to bring in. And plus, Sean Desai was a defensive assistant. He was assisting for Pete Carroll for some time.
Yeah.
He definitely
He
has
should
a
know their playbook a little bit.
on how to work
Right.
against the Seahawks. And I
Yeah.
think that the Eagles win because of this defense getting to Geno Smith.
And I think this is the Rashad Penny game. Okay, I'm gonna. If this is not the Rashad Penny game, you're probably not gonna see him for the rest of the year. So I think Rashad Penny gets a touchdown in this game.
That would be poetic.
This would be poetic going against his old team, like this, and he knows exactly what to do against that defense. So this is one of those run heavy games. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be like a 21-14 or 21-17. That
These
type
are
of game.
games like what the Seahawks would love to play
because AJ Brown's not gonna do a whole lot in this game. Like I don't
Tariq
think
Woolen, Devin Witherspoon, they're gonna play really.
they're gonna lock him up. Right.
And I think this is where the tight ends have to come into play. I think
Dallas
even if you
comes back in this game, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Then I mean, hell, Julio Jones sighting, Olamide Zaccheaus, get your other playmakers well involved. And I don't know if Seattle is good against the run game. I would try, so basically run game and your slot options. Hell, if you're able to put Devontae Smith on the slot, because if you saw what Zay Flowers did against Devin Witherspoon to get that first down, that touchdown, he would juked him out of existence. And after catching a pass. Look at the game tape because every team it's a copycat.
No, that means DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift should be. I think get Earth, Wind, and Fire playing in this game.
This is Earth, Wind, and Fire type of game, baby.
And Boston Scott on the drums.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Boston Scott on the drums, we might as well go to the last 3 games. So then we got the New York Giants. Boston Scott on the drums.
Mm-hmm.
He probably will get a touchdown or 2. And then we got the Cardinals. This game we got to embarrass the Cardinals.
I want to try. I want to try and be there for that game. I want to try.
Oh, you're gonna go to it?
I'm going to try, but if I can't, then I can't.
I got you. And then the last game is the Giants again. So this game, ideally, if we only had 2 losses, that would be 3 losses at the time.
14-3 most likely.
14-3 most likely. So Jalen don't need to play this game. This is a Marcus Mariota game. Marcus Mariota is good enough to beat the Giants. So
Tanner McKee, put him in.
Or Tanner McKee. Yeah, put one of those in, win the game, and then go 15-2 or 15-3. It's weird to say 15-3, you know? Like it's just like that was 15-2, right? Because it's 17 game season. It's not 18.
17 game.
So it'll be 14-3 again, like last year. Yeah. So
14-3, 13-4, that's okay with me.
Yeah, as long as you get, I think the NFC is kind of weak, so even the Eagles get like 13 or 12 wins, they got a chance to go.
Yeah,
like number 1. So as long as Jalen gets another break, that's 2 weeks in a row. Boom.
Host a game at the link.
You got 3 more games, man, to get to the Super Bowl, and that's the plan. So Rakshak, let them know where they can find you, brother.
Well, you could find our podcast NFL Masala at the following links, which is Google, Spotify, iTunes, and Pocket Cast. You can also find us on Instagram, all lowercase, at NFL Masala 2022. Again, all lowercase, at NFL Masala 2022.
Awesome. And then you can find the Pete Nathan podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. You can say, Alexa, play Pete Nathan Playbook, and it's gonna play it for you. And we're on YouTube, like we're broadcasting this on YouTube through StreamYard. But if y'all like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, man, and give us a 5-star on Apple Podcasts. And with that said, thank y'all for joining. We all we got.
We all we need. Fly, Eagles, fly. And one more thing. How about them Cowboys?